Good evening, everyone on Authortube. My name is Lauren Severe, and welcome to my channel. Today, I am so excited because I am doing my very first ARC review, and it's of another Authortuber. Well, not another one, kind of the same one. My first book review was Nicole Mckeon's first book in the Eververse Chronicles, which is The Laws of Founding, and I did a live tweet session of that, hashtag LOF live tweet, if you want to check that out. I'll link like the previous video and everything down below. Now, the reason that I did that book review and I read her first book was because she gave me an arc of the second one, and I'm the kind of nerd that if you want me to read the second book, even if you say it's a standalone, I want to know all of the foundation of everything, and I have to read the first. So that was the entire reason of me live tweeting and filming a video and doing all of the things that I did for the first book, was just because I'm a nerd and I don't like to read the second book in a series without reading the first. So there. So today is going to be my review without spoilers. Sorry guys, but it hasn't dropped yet. It's coming out on August 16th, so I'm not going to spoil anything, but I am going to do a review of the arc of her second book in the Eververse Chronicles series called The Founding Lie, which I did also live tweet. So if you're interested in seeing my honest reactions to the book as I was reading the book, which are super melodramatic and tons of gifs, then you can follow along by either following me on Twitter and going and looking through them. My Twitter handle will be down below with all my other social media, or you can go on Twitter and just search hashtag TFL live tweet, which is for The Founding Lie. So I will make sure also below to put Nicole's her channel information and a link to the pre-sale for book 2 in case you're interested. And I'll also make sure to put the link to Amazon for book 1 in case you're the kind of nerd that I am, which is a nerd after my own heart. Anyway, and yeah, so I want to get kind of right into this. So I kind of set forth the structure for my reviews with my last video, and that is a spoonful of sugar before the medicine goes down, right? Everybody loves Mary Poppins. Who doesn't love Mary Poppins? So I want to talk about the good things that I liked about this arc of book 2 before I talk about any cons. And the reason why is because I think positivity is the way you should start everything. Anyway, so this book will be going live on August 16th. If you're the kind of person that you want to actually purchase a paperback, there's no pre-sale option for that. At the moment, I checked with Nicole about that. She's kind of still looking into that, but as of right now, if you wanted to get a pre-sale of the ebook, then I'll have that link down below, so that August 16th you can get that straight to your phone or your Kindle or your Nook or whatever device you like to read ebooks off of. Anyway, so the good things about this book. So first of all, there were some masterfully developed characters in this book. The character development was really solid. There were some characters that I was like not sure about at the beginning, that at the end I was like, yeah, get it. I was all for them. And the thing is, and here's how you know when a character has been developed really well, is when the reader doesn't know the exact point that she changed, or me, but when the reader doesn't know the exact point where they changed their mind about them. That's how you know that the character development was done subtly and masterfully. And that was my experience. I honestly, I was not sure about a couple of characters at the beginning of this book, and I was just kind of not sure. And then by the end, I literally had myself going wait, when did I get on their team? What is this? What happened? And that is how you know it's done well. And I was very impressed by that, okay? Because a lot of the characters in book 1, I felt that they were developed really well, but a lot of them had some basic characteristics, or some basic character archetypes that we know before, we've known before. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because you can always expand, especially in a series like that, on especially the main characters. But these were not even main characters, That's what was so awesome about it. These were like supporting characters in supporting roles. And so, yes, that was done very well. I could probably wax poetic about the masterful character development in this second book for a while, but I'm not going to, because that would be boring. Anyway, the next thing is that it was a really immersive world. So book 1 I talked about in my previous review was a lot like there were a lot of different elements to this world. She got to kind of mix like different mythologies and fandoms and stuff. And I sort of described it as, different rides at a Disney park. Each one is separate, but it's all a big part of the same park. And it made the world feel real and immersive while still like getting sort of that Ready Player One like nostalgic feel. There weren't as many instances of that in book 2, but I found that I liked that we kind of got to stay in a few places and really sort of figure things out. Like, I liked it. I liked the change of pace. There was a little change of pace there, and I felt that was needed after book 1. Now, another thing is that we do get some relationship payoff. I am not going to tell you what that means. Read the book, but you're rooting for different relationships, and you get some payoff in some relationships throughout the book, and that was worth it. It was worth it. Read the book. Anyway, then we also get a little bit of bad guy resolution. So, again, I don't want to spoil anything, and so I can't really go into it in too much detail. Obviously, there's going to be another book in the series, so it's not like everything got resolved. But we do get a little bit of bad guy resolution in this book, which I found very satisfying as a reader, which was really cool. Also, I talked about this in the last book. There are instances in book 1, there are instances of sexual violence against men and women, and I thought it was very timely and very well done. And in this next book, we get to see the aftermath of that sexual violence. And I think that it was done true to life. And I think that the struggle that this character expresses, that it is very realistic. I think that it's done very well, that it's not like in your face and overdone, but it's obviously a clear part of this character's arc because they are recovering from something traumatic. I cannot stand it when there is sexual violence against a woman or a character in a book and the reader just like brushes over the aftermath and the trauma. Not the reader, the writer. Like, I have read books like that before where it's like something bad happens, but this guy's charming, and so they forget about it and they just move on. And I hate that so much because it's not true to life. And this book does a very good job of showing how this character like struggles and how she heals. And that is really, really great to see in any sort of writing whatsoever. Very timely, very well done. Well done. So now I have told you some of the many, many, many things that I love about this book. Okay? But now we're going to go into the medicine. So obviously this is an arc of book 1. So there were a few like formatting and grammar things and all that. And I'm not going to talk about that because as an arc, obviously she's going through like with a proof copy and like taking care of those things. Okay? So we're not even going to talk about that. Okay? Just because it's an arc. And it's just par for the course. Anyway, so here is something that I found was a con. It was so fast paced. Like I felt like I couldn't catch my breath sometimes. Like, it is not necessarily a bad thing because I don't know that the prose, like the story that she has, I don't know that I would slow it down myself as a writer. But I will say there were a few times where I was like, can something just not happen for a chapter? Like, a chapter. Like, I need an emotional break. I need a break. And so that was something. Okay, it was very like something is all, be prepared because it's long like the last one, but you like can't put it down because something's always happening. Anyway, so that was a little bit of medicine there. Also, this was an extremely emotional book. Like, prepare for your emotions to be wrecked because it was emotional. And yeah, and she's so descriptive that you feel everything so acutely, and so it has like a lot of an emotional like toll that it takes on you because there's just a lot of them going on, which there's a large cast of characters, so you know it's not necessarily like abnormal, but there's just a large emotional toll that it takes on you. And I think that sort of goes to my last point of there's something just always going on. Anyway, there's a character in this book who is irredeemable. Irredeemable. Completely. I do not care about their sad, sappy backstory. I do not care that one time, maybe far, far in the past, they may have been an okay person. I don't care. They're irredeemable. And there were a couple of, like, attempts to redeem-ish, you know, to, like, sort of make this a dark gray area instead of a totally black area of good versus evil and black versus white, you know, thing here. And I did not buy it. Okay? When I make my mind up sometimes that you just can't change it, and that's just me as a reader, and this character is irredeemable. I'm wagging my finger at you. You know who you are. Anyway, and there is a lot of relationship drama. A lot of relationship drama. Mostly, I think this bothered me because, like, there was a, like, relationship payoff, but then the result of the payoff would be, like, that a relationship would, like, have conflict, and this is normal, and this is true to life, and this is good storytelling, and I am a hopeless romantic who wants people to, like, just kiss and never, ever be sad. But it doesn't make for good storytelling or an interesting story. But you know what? That's just what my little hopeless romantic reader heart wants. So, yeah, it's going in the con section, even though, you know, probably just means you're a good writer, but whatever. Anyway, so that was kind of my just list of things that are non-spoilery as possible about the arc of this book. So, again, it was awesome, okay? It was really awesome, and I live tweeted it just like I did the first one. I actually had some comments from people asking, like, what book it was and everything, which is really cool and super fun. I had a lot of positive feedback from the live tweets. If that's something that you're interested in, me, like, reading a book and live tweeting about it, if it's your book or something else, like, just let me know, because it was really fun, and I'd like to do it again, you know, possibly in the future. Comment down below with all of that. Also, go and check out Nicole's first book, The Laws of Founding, so that you can be prepared August 16th for her second book, The Founding Lie, which is coming out. It's coming out, you guys. I'm excited. I'm totally invested now. So, you know, I've also told her that she has to write some short stories and novellas about other subsequent characters who have, like, no screen time, basically, that I have decided have very interesting backstories that are probably untrue. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you like this video and subscribe down below. Give our fellow Authortuber a little shout out, you know, give her some encouragement, especially as she's prepping for book launch August 16th. And yeah, y'all are awesome. Have a great night. And yeah, that's it. Bye, guys.